I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place. Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current. Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? The poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Kenneth,
Oh, yeah.
like you do all of this?
Yes, with builders hardware.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, 2 cases of malaria confirmed in the Toledo district, 2 cases of tuberculosis confirmed in the Belize district. Belize joins the WHO SPECS movement and is Belize under Washington's microscope. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. Love your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. I am Julian Cruz. 2 cases of malaria in the Toledo district have been discovered by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Malaria is a severe, potentially life-threatening disease caused by Plasmodium parasites transmitted to humans through the bites of infected female mosquitoes. Symptoms of malaria include fever, chills, headache, body aches, sweating, fatigue, nausea, or vomiting. According to the Director of Public Health and Safety, Dr. Melissa Diaz, the cases were identified in Criquet-Sarco with contact tracing, but contact tracing has led the Ministry of Health and Wellness to believe that the cases were imported from Guatemala.
We have confirmed 2 malaria cases in Cricosarco village. These persons had traveled over to Guatemala within the time frame and started with symptoms in the mid-January, and they were recently diagnosed. So these cases are defined as imported cases, which means that they had become infected outside of Belize. Even though it's imported, that we define them as imported cases, it's also important to note that we need to ensure that there's no transmission, no local transmission in country. So we still give the education aspects. We try to ensure that persons utilize what is needed, the repellent, the keeping the home screen, staying indoors, etc. And we also do enhanced surveillance. So we go to the villages and the surrounding villages. We test everyone. We look for persons with fever. We look for persons with joint pains and other signs and symptoms of malaria, and we do our testing. In Belize, with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, we're able to readily test for dengue, malaria, CHIKV, Zika, and so these are vector-borne illnesses that may present with very similar symptoms. So we are encouraging the public that if you do have any of these symptoms, just come to any of our facilities and you can be easily tested.
Over 300 officers from the Ministry of Health and Wellness are currently on the ground across the country. DS says that if more cases do pop up, they are ready.
We feel that each area is very prepared. We have done significant capacity building with our healthcare team, including community health workers. As you see, Cricosarco, the community health worker thought of a vector-borne illness and did the testing that was necessary. And throughout our country, we have strong technical advisors in the area. We have persons, the doctors, the nurses, and the vector control staff who are very knowledgeable and well-versed in management, detection, testing, management of the vector-borne illnesses.
With the detection of malaria, the ministry reminds the public that in light of the regional advisory on chikungunya disease in South America and Cuba, Belize currently maintains laboratory capacity to test for chikungunya and Zika. The Ministry of Health and Wellness, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, has confirmed 2 cases of tuberculosis involving students in Belize City. The cases were discovered. One case was discovered in a 16-year-old female student of Edward P. York High School. She was diagnosed with tuberculosis on February 12th through clinical and laboratory testing and has since been placed on treatment. The second case involves a 10-year-old who attends Ephesus Primary School. The younger student was evaluated at the KHMH and has also begun treatment. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has notified both schools and initiated standard public health measures, including contact tracing and screening, in line with national tuberculosis guidelines. Officials emphasize that TB is treatable and that screening, diagnostic services, and medication are provided free of cost at public health facilities nationwide. Authorities continue to monitor the situation closely and are encouraging anyone experiencing persistent symptoms such as prolonged cough, fever, or unexplained weight loss to seek medical attention promptly. The Minister of State within the Ministry of Public Utilities, Logistics and Energy, Gilroy Usher, says that BTL should consult with residents of Belize regarding their proposed acquisition of SpeedNet. Earlier this month, it was announced that negotiations between BTL and SpeedNet would be placed on a pause to give the PUC ample time to hold public consultations regarding the proposed merger. According to Usher, BTL should do the same if they truly believe that the acquisition would be in the best interests of the country.
My position is that the people, BTL should consult with the people, the government should consult with the people, and that the voices of the people have the sway at the end of the day. Whatever the people decide, I'm fully supportive of that. I believe in letting the people have their say on that matter.
If it's no, it's no.
If it's no, it's no. If they say yes, well, it's yes. Well, for consultation, they need to engage with the NGOs, they need to engage with interest groups, and go there and really answer the questions that the people ask. Whatever questions they ask, try their best to answer the questions, and then the people will decide. But don't say you have a consultation, but only spoon feed information that you think will persuade people to think a particular way. Give them all the facts and let the people decide.
Is Belize under the microscope of the US? Well, that seems to be the report coming out of the United States of America. Earlier this week, former White House and State Department staffer Jose Malaya appeared on the Steve Gruber Show, a popular conservative talk show in the US. According to Malaya, Belize is quickly becoming a red flag as certain moves made by the government in recent months may catch the attention of President Trump. Malaya described the government's acquisition of State Bank and moves towards a telecommunications monopoly as less than ideal. Coupled that with cartel activity near the free zone, and Malaya says that Belize may be heading down the wrong path. Here is how he put it on the Steve Gruber Show.
And suddenly, of the 7 countries in Central America, one is an English-speaking country. It's Belize, small country. And now it's turning up on Washington's radar as a red flag, which is weird because all of these countries in the Western Hemisphere, being El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Argentina, all turning away from socialism and toward a more populist, right-of-center government. What's up with Belize?
Yeah, it's interesting because I think we forget that there's so many countries in the hemisphere. Some are very small, some fall under the radar. And unfortunately, sometimes the ones under the radar are where you see a lot of corruption, institutional corruption that exists at a granular level. So we've got issues down there related to government expropriation of assets. And those are things that the U.S. government takes really seriously, especially when it involves assets that could be national security threats. There's one particular case over a port. There's a cruise ship terminal called Stake Bank Island that the government has colluded with a bank to seize from a private owner. And the reason that that's worrisome is multiple things. One, it is a major terminal for ships right now, intended for ports. But if it falls in the wrong hands, let's assume it falls into the hands of an adversary of the United States. Now you have a place where ships can dock in the Western Caribbean. And then you've got the concerns in the region over narco behavior and other type of cartel work that happens. And there's already been reported incidents in their free trade zone in Corazal where they have actually been caught moving illegal cigarettes and other contraband through there. So while small and gorgeous, by the way, it's a beautiful place, that sometimes can lull us into a sense of danger.
Yeah, this fight over nationalizing control of telecommunications also on the list here.
Absolutely.
The government there seems to want to be an authoritarian government. When the rest of the Western Hemisphere is swiftly moving away from such things, Cuba is on the verge of collapse. They have no oil, no electricity, no food, no tourism, no hope at the moment. And you see all of these countries that are moving away from the socialist model because it's an abject failure every single time. Here's Belize seemingly going the wrong way.
Absolutely. And look, that's a perfect example. Here's an issue of data security, right? And it's not just the data security of the local residents, it's of tourists. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people travel through there year after year. And those are Americans. And there's all sorts of people that are on those networks. So again, these are serious issues. And I think what a lot of these smaller countries need to realize, for a long time they were under the radar, they could get away with, just happy talking government. And you saw it in the seriousness of President Trump's national security strategy. And now you saw it once again in the speech that Secretary Rubio made, followed by other conversations that he had. He was at one-on-one press conferences with world leaders throughout the weekend. And in one of those sessions, they asked him, well, what are some of the things that the U.S. is willing to do? And he's like, we're willing to take visas away. And we're willing to take visas away, just like the U.S. is willing to sanction. They're willing to be aggressive and do whatever they can against these individuals who are taking these actions in these countries.
Yeah, really important.
$300 house lots have been distributed to residents of Port Loyola. We'll take a look at that right after this break.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want one flower, she wants a garden.
But builders, they're too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Ota!
Like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Cada conexión es más que solo una señal, es un estudiante abriendo las puertas a su futuro a través de la educación digital. Una mente joven atreviéndose a soñar en grande. Nuestra cultura compartida con el mundo en tiempo real. Y héroes cotidianos respondiendo al llamado del deber cívico. Cuando nos conectamos con Digi, empoderamos a Belice.
We will keep doing what we're doing until every child in this country drinks clean water. When every child in this country drinks clean water, then we know we have gotten to a really good place. And we are working very hard to achieve that. Today's handover represents a concrete step towards expanding safe and reliable water services for children and families. Access to safe water is essential for health, education, resilience, especially in rural communities where challenges remain greatest.
As leaders, we have to have a vision of wanting to improve the lives of our people. And we don't know it all, but by working with the community, we come to the community and we identify the needs of our community. And by doing so, we can then work together, the government in partnership with very important organizations like UNICEF. The work of supporting our people, be it in water, in electricity, in roads, in health and education, has to be a partnership with other partners.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your hearts will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise never stops. All I
gospel artist from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
And all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 5:01 from Capital City, Pepperpan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival, yeah, Jesus, rocking on the world. I said Jesus.
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, Plus TV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival, yeah, Jesus.
Come to banquet, find your way. Engines roar at the break of day. Volvo outboard surf the waves. Castrol oil is what they crave. Live with power, feel the sound. Heavy machines shake the ground. Riding Honda, feeling proud. Rev it up and shout aloud. Feel the wind against your skin. Now so wide, let's begin. At banquet where dreams ignite. Gear up, and let's take flight. Kohler's power runs our towns. JCB lifts heavy pounds. Find the tools to build your dreams. Banquip's got the best machines. Grip the wheel and never slip. Feel the rush, it's time to trip. Every brand you know and love. Banquip fits you like a glove. Feel the wind against your skin. Now so wide, let's begin. At Banquip where dreams ignite. Gear up, and let's take flight.
Banquet, equipment, parts, service. We represent quality.
Today, 300 residents of the Port Loyola constituency became first-time landowners after receiving titles to house lots across the Belize district. A handing over ceremony was held today at the Port Loyola constituency where the area rep, Honorable Gilroy Usher, handed out the titles.
And that is a tremendous achievement because for many years people have longed for the opportunity to own a piece of the jewel in order to build their homes, build their farms, and use the land as collateral to improve their families in terms of housing, education, healthcare, and so on. Some of the land is located in the Port Loyola area, Arlington Drive, Farbers Road Extension, Penn Road Extension. So some of the land is also located in Sand Hill, 8 Mile, John Smith Road, and Ladyville.
There was still land left here in this area?
Well, what happened is that years ago, a large portion of the land on Penn Road belonged to the estate of one Mr. Woods. And so government had acquired the property in 1998. So I followed it up, and then I was able to identify the area for John Woods that wasn't surveyed, and I got the surveyor to survey it, and then I gave it out to the people. One of the things that is good about that is that most of the persons who have received the land in Farbers Road, Penwood Extension are persons who have been settling on those lands, living on those lands for some of them for decades. When it was high bush, but in getting it surveyed, I gave the persons who have structure there, who are living there, the opportunity to apply for those places first.
So in a sense, you're regularizing them.
Yeah, yes, it could be said that way.
The house lots are scattered across the Belize district, with some being located in Sand Hill, 8 Mile, and within the Port Loyola constituency. Last week, Belizeans across the world celebrated as the Belize flag made an appearance during the Super Bowl halftime show. It was a moment that filled Belizeans with pride and joy. Today, the Minister of Tourism, Honorable Anthony Mahler, stated that he would love to see that pride translate to keeping the country clean, as he is tired of seeing garbage everywhere.
My pet peeve is the amount of garbage we have. So I say, a young lady run, which I am proud of, always proud of, with our flag, and all of we got some sense of nationalistic pride. But yet, all our highways are littered with garbage. Dump sites are all over the place that shouldn't be. I don't care how you tell them. When we plant plants, they dig it up, they steal them, they break them up. The other day I saw some goats on Boulevard eating the plants. Like, you want to tell me that pride? I looked right in there just now, and so many people during the anthem did not take off their hats. And then I say, I go past some crazy rant, but then not tell me about no flag they run through Bad Bunny. I couldn't care less, right? Do the things that we need to do. Make the black people stop killing up ourselves on the south side. Make we work hard. Make we work together. And then you will see a difference in our society.
After his light-hearted commentary about garbage littering the streets of Belize, Mahler offered some insight into his political career, stating that he may be looking at retiring before the next general election.
No, sir. John Briceño is the leader of the People's United Party, and whenever that decision is made, when he decides to retire, maybe I retire with him, and who knows.
Really? You're still young? Or you just look young?
No, you're young.
So then,
so this takes a toll on you, you know.
It does?
This takes a toll on you. Before I came here, I saw about 75 people at my office, and the needs are getting great. Social media has created a different expectation on people, and so it takes a toll on you to try to find the resources to help everybody, or to as many people as possible.
You're saying politics has become more difficult.
It has.
Are you giving that serious thought to retire? Like, could this be your last term?
Yeah, could be.
Wow.
And I'm saying it to the nation.
Yeah.
Could be.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness, in partnership with the Pan American Health Organization and the World Health Organization, along with the Belize Council for the Visually Impaired and One Sight Essilor Luxottica Foundation, has launched the Who Specs 2030 initiative in Belize. The global initiative, introduced in 2024, aims to increase access to affordable spectacles by 40% worldwide. Its implementation in Belize is expected to strengthen local eye care services and expand access to vision correction, particularly for underserved communities, supporting improved learning, productivity, and quality of life for Belizeans. We spoke with representatives from the Ministry of Health and the Belize Council for the Visually Impaired, who told us more about the program.
WHO Specs 2030 is a global initiative that has been launched, where they're trying to ensure that persons who have a vision impairment or vision issues have readily accessible screening, cost-effective services in order for them to improve their sight. As I had mentioned in the opening remarks, there are about 2.2 billion persons who suffer worldwide with visual issues, and 1 billion of those persons have not had access to get testing and to get glasses to improve their vision. So this launch is just the beginning of the launch. We'll be working closely with BCVI, because BCVI has offices in all of our facilities, and BCVI and the Ministry of Health and Wellness will work together to improve screening. So places that we would like to ensure that people are screened. Schools, for example. We do have many students who might not have been picked up or have never visited an ophthalmologist or an optometrist to determine whether or not they do need glasses for reading or for seeing the board. So the initiative is to help to correct refractive errors by utilizing glasses and to help to ensure that people have easy access to these services.
So we're looking at human resource development as a key component of SPEC's focus and as well as our focus. It's something that if you look throughout the country and you think about like, well, where can I go see an eye doctor? I can't see properly. What are my options? At BCVI, we have 5 clinics throughout the country, and those are equipped or staffed by an ophthalmic assistant and an optometrist. We want to be able to increase the reach that we have, so not just waiting for people to come to us, we want to be able to go out and do more. That involves working with schools, doing school screenings. It involves training community health workers and teachers and other health officers as well to be able to do basic visual acuities or assessments and refer people in for a proper eye exam, but also us going out and seeing people and doing full clinics out in communities as well.
Today was a big day for the Christian faith as Ash Wednesday was celebrated in Belmopan and throughout the country. We'll have more on that right after this break.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic.
Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble?
A poor man out there, man, that's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you do all of this?
Yes, with builders hardware.
Cada conexión es más que solo una señal, es un estudiante abriendo las puertas a su futuro a través de la educación digital. Una mente joven atreviéndose a soñar en grande. Nuestra cultura compartida con el mundo en tiempo real. Y héroes cotidianos respondiendo al llamado del deber cívico. Cuando nos conectamos con Digi, empoderamos a Belice.
All right, when the one fun the on, the window open and the light may turn off. It looks like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV for BL ad, you know.
Yes, man. They don't reach the man better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Our Belize City is growing because of continued investment. From rehabilitated streets to expanding neighborhoods, significant investments are improving how our city functions and how our communities live. In the last 2 years alone, more than 250 streets have been rehabilitated, representing almost $34 million invested directly in physical infrastructure that improves access and quality of life. At the same time, the city continues to expand. Developments such as the Holy Emmanuel area, also known as Gungulung, reflect increased demand for land and housing as Belize City expands in a more sustainable and resilient way. These planned developments support safer communities and long-term sustainability, contributing to rising property values across the city. Under the Town's Property Evaluation Act, property values are required to be reviewed every 5 years. The last valuation adjustment was done in 2013. This adjustment simply brings property values closer to today's market reality, while the tax rate itself remains unchanged. Let's break it down. For a vacant property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 2% rate, which works out to a payment of $500. Under the new assessment, the property value has appreciated by 40%, making the property now worth $35,000. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 2% of $35,000, which works out to $700. For an occupied property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 10% rate, which works out to $2,500. Under the new assessment, the property's value has appreciated by 18%, making the property now worth $29,500. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 10% of $29,500, which works out to $2,950. To support property owners, your Belize City Council is encouraging residents to take advantage of the ongoing property tax prepayment incentives. Property owners receive 15% off in January, 10% off in February, and 5% in March. And senior citizens receive a 35% discount year-round. Remember, this adjustment represents an appreciation in your property's worth, not a change in tax rates, ensuring continued investment in your city while providing valuable data for informing investors, municipal bondholders, and individual credit assessments. And we want residents to know the law provides a clear mechanism for review and appeal if needed. Those who believe their valuation does not fairly reflect their property have the right to engage the Belize City Valuation Appeals Board. Your Belize City Council remains committed to openness, accountability, and ensuring that growth is managed fairly for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Mom. Drop it like it's hot.
Christians across Belize join the global Christian community today in observing Ash Wednesday, marking the beginning of the Lenten season, a 40-day period of prayer, fasting, and spiritual reflection ahead of Easter. We visited St. Anne's Anglican Church in Wilmapan earlier today, where Reverend Elizabeth Tulloch spoke about the meaning of the day and the church's Ashes to Go initiative. She explained that the ashes placed on the forehead serve as a public symbol of faith and a visible commitment to honoring the Lenten journey.
Wednesday is the beginning of Lent. It symbolizes the beginning of Lent. You receive ashes as a sign of penitence, as a remembrance of your mortality, and to begin, as we begin this season of repentance and reflection. I'm a little less theological about it, and I usually talk to the people about, it's a time to sort of have your litmus test. Where are you in your relationship with God, and what are you doing to grow deeper and closer in your relationship with God? So it's a good time to sort of gut check yourself. And the church, we provide services to help with that, of course, all the time, but particularly during Lent, we have extra services to help people reflect and to pray more. The ashes are actually made from the Palm Sunday crosses from last year that we welcomed Jesus into Jerusalem with, right? On Palm Sunday. And so we keep them, we burn them, and then we make them into the ashes that we use today. We are all around Belmopan. We've been doing this for several years now on Ashes to Go, and we go to many of the offices and we impose ashes. We have the offices calling us, asking if we can come over, some of the government offices, some of the businesses. And in any given Ash Wednesday, I would say we impose 1,500 people with ashes, and it's just such a blessing to do that. And those mostly it's people who are in transit. Maybe they're on the bus, maybe they have they're working and they can't make it for one of our services. So we give them ashes to go. They'll come to the church, or we go out into the city. I think the obvious thing is they're there for you to see in the mirror. They're there for other people to see openly and honestly that you are a Christian, that you are a penitent, that you believe in God. I mean, again, there's so many answers to that, but to me, that's one of the simple ones, right? And every time you look in the mirror, it's like, oh, okay. Until, of course, it washes off.
Well, today, if you hadn't gotten your ash crosses, I guess there's always another time that can be done. Before we depart tonight, I want to pay special homage to a Belmopan icon and a great individual who was an integral part of Belmopan. This week we lost a wonderful soul, a caring individual who was well liked and loved by many who got to know her. Yolanda Marie Mendez passed away on Monday of this week, and her death has impacted our community in a very special way, considering that she touched the lives of many. She was well loved by many. And we want to, here at PlusTV, extend our condolences to the family on the loss of a wonderful lady, a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother. Not only to her family, but to many who knew her. She was a mother figure and a grandmother figure. So we want to say once again our condolences to the family as they lay her body to rest this coming Friday. Blessings on the family, and do take care as they process the loss of this wonderful lady that we all knew as Miss Yoli Mendez. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to Plus News tonight, and be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow evening when we bring you the latest happenings from around the Belmopan and around the country. Until then, God bless. Have a good night.